Hello again YouTubers, it's Dante0 here, back with another PlayStation Vita video for you. As you can see, it's me, Dante0. So the video I'm going to be doing today is a brief look at Zen Pinball 2, running on the PlayStation Vita. For those that have the original Zen Pinball, the game Zen Pinball 2 will be free for you on both PlayStation 3 and on your PS Vita, as well as all your tables that you might have purchased. So for example, if you've purchased the Marvel Pinball tables, that will be compatible with Zen Pinball 2, although you will have to re-download them all again. And it's the same for the PS3 version as well. So essentially, it's if you already own Zen Pinball, then you know it's not going to cost you anything, and it's quite a nice little game to have free running on your PS Vita. As viewers of this channel may know, I recently did a review of Pinball Arcade, and it wasn't a great game, and I did suggest that you may wait. Maybe better waiting for Zen Pinball 2. Well, now it's arrived. So what I'll do quickly before I fire up the game is I'll just give viewers a quick look at some of the trophies. As we can see there, Zen Pinball 2. There's only 4 trophies for the main game. Okay, and then as you can see, all the DLC packs. So you've got the Marvel Pinball Avengers tables, the Marvel Pinball Original tables, the Vengeance tables, the Zen Pinball Classics. You've got Zen Pinball Classics or Originals 1, Originals 2, and any other additional tables, which is DLC for Zen Pinball 2. And this is actually the Plants vs Zombie table DLC. So it's all noted there. I think I worked it out. If you were going to try and 100% Zen Pinball 2, there's about 60 odd trophies in total if you include all the DLC. So as you can see, I've already got it ready to go. Now it does take advantage of the activities that you do as well. I have noticed some Vita games seem to not be taking note of that. So let's go ahead and load this up. Now I'm hoping you'll be able to hear some of the sound effects through the headset I'm using to record this video with, as it gives superior audio. So just takes a minute or so to sign into PlayStation Network. And as you can see, all your DLC tables, which you have to re-download, are available, as well as some of the ones I haven't got. They all come with a description. So for example, the X-Men table will have a story-based description to it. It will scroll along as well, tells you what your team score is. You can select via the X button, obviously you navigate via the left stick. You can import tables as well, so if you've already downloaded them onto your PS3, you can whack in your USB cable from your Vita to your PS3 and import them that way, if that's easier for you. You can also press the triangle and check for invitations to multiplayer games at any point. So as you can see, there's no invitations there, and it brings us back to the main screen. Now there's also 4 icons here, each one does a different thing. So if we click on that icon, that'll tell you if there's any tournaments running. The question mark tells you how to play, the credits, and about the game, usual bump. You've got single play all time, and you can change the filters, pressing the triangle between friends or overall, and your score. And you can of course scroll through all the different tables that are available. Here you can see the trophy requirements, so it'll tell you each table's trophy requirements, as you can see there, which is quite handy for tracking in game rather than having to exit out of the app. And then you've got the settings here, so you can select audio, video, arcade effects, controls, online settings. I've set it to voice chat enabled, as obviously for those that don't know, that a PSV does have a built-in microphone, so whether you have a headset or not for your Vita, it doesn't matter, because you can obviously use the built-in microphone, which will obviously come in handy for multiplayer and stuff. So let's go ahead and fire up a table. I'll fire up one of the original Zen Pinball tables. So all you do is scroll to the table, press X, and then you can choose to press single player or multiplayer. I quite like this little thing on the side that tells you stuff, and you can scroll across. So it's telling me at the moment, out of all my friends, I'm a pinball champion, because in terms of team score, I've got the highest team score over all the tables. I can also have a look at the description of the table as well, and the little story bit. So let's go into single player. Now, like the pinball arcade table, I'm going to show you some nifty features. So as you can see, the arcade graphics quite nice, quite prominent, which is one of the problems I found with pinball arcade. So all you do to launch the ball is you can press X, or you can hold down the right stick, and off we go. Now I've actually got this set to the second view, but up at the top, in the top right hand corner, failed there. In the top right hand corner there's a pause icon, which you can use the touchscreen to do. Okay, and that will give you the option to resume the game. If you're struggling with the table, you can go into the table guide, and it will tell you all the features. Again, you can use the front touchscreen to scroll across these, and it will tell you what each feature of the table does and where to hit it. Obviously you can restart the game, you can have a look at the statistics, so it tells you how much time you've played on that table, the average play time, average ball time, games played, how many times you've hit the left out lane, etc, etc. So it's quite a cool nifty thing. And then you've got the operators menu. If you access this, it will restart the game, and any progress that you've done is lost. So basically it means you can fiddle around with the tables. Now before I launch this ball, one thing I do want to show you, like Pinball Arcade, you can play this vertically using the front touch panel. So you just touch the flippers, like so. I've got to admit, I do find that control scheme a little bit harder, but again, I'm going to show you some more cool features, which you can't just turn it vertically, you can also turn it upside down, and hey presto, it will still work. Touchscreens will still work. And you can do all this while the ball's in play. Although obviously I wouldn't recommend that, because you'll probably end up like I've just done, which is fail completely. So yeah, once you post a score, one of the really cool things, and this is where the Wi-Fi connectivity of a handheld portable gaming device comes into play. As it says at the moment, I've got main menu, scoreboards and restart. Now if you set a high score, you can actually post that directly in-game to Facebook, exactly like the console version. So I'm just going to exit us back to main menu. Let's see, let's have a quick bash on the Iron Man table. and we'll show you this running as well. Let's see if we can get a bit closer there so you can get some idea of it. And as you can see, it's exactly like the console version. Now, I have to admit, I am really impressed with this in the fact that they've managed to port the console version without any issues whatsoever. I mean, obviously, it being free is a huge draw if you already own the previous Zen Pinball. But do you know what? They've done such a great job on this that if Zen Creative Studios had said to me, right, we're going to make you pay a couple of quid to rebuy the game on your Vita, I would happily do that, because the feature suite in the game is like, unlike many of the games that are available on Vita now, in terms of it sort of ticks all the boxes. It's got the online multiplayer, it's got the voice chat, it's got the social integration with Facebook support and so on, and you know, being able to cross-play this as well, multiplayer, being able to sort of compete against your friends who may only have the PS3 version. Obviously, as a Vita owner, you can play against them and, you know, have a multiplayer session. I think that's really good. There's only two downsides to Zen Pinball 2 that I can really sort of put my finger on, but they're only really small issues. They're nothing major. The first one is that there doesn't seem to be any near app integration. Now, obviously, I'm not sure how you would do that with a pinball game as such, but I would have liked to have seen certainly a great developer like a small developer like Zen see what they can come up with access to the near feature. Maybe I don't know, stretching it out, maybe custom tables, or being able to screenshot in the game and share it via near, or if you get a high score, posting it on the GPS coordinates, and then basically anybody on near can accept that challenge, whether you have them on your friends list. Maybe that is something they could probably do to take advantage of it. Who knows, they may patch it in at a later date. Obviously, I know that Zen are continuing to bring more tables for this, so to be honest, whenever Zen usually release new tables, they release new features for the game as well. The other feature that's sort of absent, that I'm kind of disappointed about, is that obviously the Vita has two cameras, one in the front, one in the back. Now, on the PS3 version, you can when you go into multiplayer, you can video chat with people up to, I think it's 4 players via video chat. I'm surprised to not see this feature taken advantage of on the Vita. I think, you know, being able to cross-play against PS3 owners and then using the video chat would have been, well, a unique selling point, and I certainly think, you know, if any game was going to pull it off, that Zen would be able to do it. So, but yeah, so as you can see, it works out all your scores. There's a scorecard at the end of it, and as they say, you know, it tells you where all your friends are on a score thing, your pro score, you know, your weekly thing. Now, one of the things I haven't highlighted in this as well is that whenever you do beat, like for example, even if you don't beat your friends, there will be notifications during the game. So for example, you can set the notifications so that a pop-up on the screen will tell you when you've hit 5 million or 10 million points, or whether you've beat your weekly best score, etc, etc. So overall, I mean, if you have a PS Vita, you know, this is definitely one to have on the go. You know, certainly whether you want to play it for long extended periods of time or just 5-minute bursts, it sort of ticks all the boxes. And as I say, aside from a few disappointments in some of the feature sets, you know, most people will be quite happy with what's on offer here. So that's my look at Zen Pinball 2 for you. I shall be back with some more videos soon. As you could probably see on my Vita, there's quite a lot of games that I want to get some videos done for, including the recently released today Equilibrium, if I can pronounce it properly. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have any questions about the Vita use, anything you want to know about Vita, please feel free to get in touch with me via the comment section. Feel free to ask questions, and of course there is, if you have Twitter, you can of course tweet me. I'll include the details within the video as well. So thanks for watching, and until next time, I've been Dante Zero. Take care, and I'll see you all soon. Thanks a lot, bye bye.